the Tenacious bitch. And today I'm going to be doing a lesson on painting. No, not this kind. That kind. Automotive. So, before we begin, gather up your tools. Oh, and don't forget, make sure you have a glass of water on handy, nearby. Keep it from fallout from your paint, because you don't want to be drinking that stuff. So you can stay hydrated. And don't forget, you're going to need the trusty sidekick who's going to be your supervisor. Can you say hi, Susie? Susie, can you say hi? Yeah. She's 15 and a half, so she'd just be happy to be included. So this is what we're working on today, kids. We are going to be painting these little sections, and we are going to be working on these wiper blades because they look nasty. And I can take them off right here. And these are our hangers. And we're going to need painter's tape for masking. We're going to need, I don't know if I'm going to use the sanding block, but it might come in handy. And different grades of sandpaper because we're going to prepare the surface so that your paint will stick. This is a handy dandy thing. This is painter's tape with plastic already put on it, okay? And your Krylon satin black paint, because that's the match. It's not flat black, it's not glossy black. It's somewhere in between, and this is just right, the way Goldilocks likes it. Oh, and drop cloths for everything you value, like the entire car. So I found a plastic bin of these. Okay, so I've gathered up my tools. Oh, and suffice it to say, this is the supervisor's station. It's really close to the car. She won't be staying there because I can't put a drop cloth on her. She'll suffocate underneath that plastic bag. So anyways, I'm going to go look for the right kind of wrench, and I'm going to start undoing the windshield wipers, and I'll show you how that goes. Until next time, see you later. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you get other drop cloths, like say towels, so you don't drop shit. So, there, I said it. Oops, maybe I'll edit this out. Maybe I won't. But anyways, for when you drop stuff on your car. So it's just the one bolt that holds this. Holds this windshield wiper in place. And I'm going to take the windshield blade out, but that's probably going to take 2 hands to do that because I'm not painting that. I'm only painting this arm. And I'm going to take that into the shed. I'm taking you into the shed. And remember, some things just cannot be unseen. So, be forewarned, it could be pretty scary. We're going into the shed. Oh my God, we're in here. Oh my God, look at this place. It is just packed with stuff, tools and calendars and ooh, what's under that? Ooh, but that's a story for another day. Okay, and I also have this little white cup here to put my bolt in. God forbid I lose that, I won't have windshield wipers. So I'm going to get busy taking this apart, taking the wiper blade out. It just snaps in place here, but it takes 2 hands. So I'm going to undo the other one, and then I'm going to, I think I might have to remember which one's which. Oops, I think I'll put a piece of blue tape on the first one so I know which one's which. And I'll compare them to see if they are indeed different. But yeah, these are things you just can't assume that they're both the same. So until next time, Tenacious Bitch signing out while she prepares to sand her windshield wiper. Okay, talk to you later. Sue here. I just noticed I don't have to mark it with tape because look at that. You get a P and we get a D. And I think that's for drivers and passengers. So you can see that I got this out really easy. So I'm going to put this. Okay, if I'm looking at the car and the car is that way, this is the driver's side and this will be the passenger side. And I don't think it makes any difference with these, but just in case it does, that's what I'm going to do. And so these come out pretty easy because when I wash the car and I'm drying everything off, including these, and that's how I notice that these are kind of filthy. See, whoops, so I just popped that out. That comes out really easy. So, driver, passenger, and I've noted it in this video, and it's a way for me to look back in this and remember how. All right, so I'm going to sand these babies up. I got a drop cloth down for sanding. It's actually drop cardboard because, you know, newspapers, they're great, but they're flexible and they blow away and you know, they tear easy. But this, you know, these cardboard boxes that Amazon sends you for nothing, they work great for all kinds of drop cloths. Hi, Sue here again. Now you can see I've sanded these off, and the sides that are not beat by the sun all the time, the paint did not come off that easily. And I don't have to take the paint off. I have to take off the stuff that's crumbly and peeling off because the new paint's only going to stick as good as the old paint is sticking. And I'm taking a bit closer look at this. I'm looking at that. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at my manicure. Yeah, do this kind of work the day before you're going to do a manicure, not the day after. Yes, real women who play with tools actually do have manicures too. Not that you have to, but don't be a sissy. All right, I also use this old damp handy wipe to wipe off the black dust. And you can see there's no black dust left here. I poured that into the trash. Time for me to hydrate, but I gotta go check on the supervisor. How you doing there, little dog? Are you okay? Yeah. Yeah, she's a good girl. Yeah, you go back to sleep. Yeah, gotta check on the supervisor. And, you know, if you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated because you need to drink even when you don't feel thirsty. And this is a 16-ounce glass, and I should drink at least 4 of these a day. That sounds like a lot of water, but... Oh, is that good? This is all I'm painting on the car. This little section from here to there. That's it. This is not painted metal. This is actually rubber that holds on, like a rubber gasket that holds the glass on. That I can polish up with, make it look black with some other mediums. But this is shiny aluminum, and that's why the paint doesn't want to stick well. And this is a rubber gasket too around the T-roofs. And so this is the only thing that wears out, and that's what I'm going to be painting. So I'm going to mask around this with masking tape. And then I'm going to drape the whole car because I don't want black overspray on this beautiful little red beauty. And then, after I get all that stuff done, then I got to wax this baby. Because it's an old car. She's 32 years old. But if you want, she can look good for a long time, but you got to keep up. All right, so off to work. Now I'll let you know how I do. Bye-bye. Tenacious bitch, and you can see how tenacious I am. I got this almost this entire car covered because I do not want any paint sticking to this. I'm only painting this edge, which I haven't sanded any of these yet, but might as well not let the dust get on it. And this, and you can see it's a little weathered. So, whoops. This is what you gotta watch out for. You trust your tape. This is what you gotta watch out for. You trust your tape. I'm gonna have to tape that up again. It's not sticking very well because, you know, I'm painting real close to here. That is gonna see through, so that needs more taping. So this is the hard work, is the prep. So, some people think I'm ridiculous, but you know what? I love this little car. It was my husband's project car, and now it's mine. So, yeah, we're not going to get any paint on that. All right, I'm going to start sanding, and I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after. I dusted off those places I sanded. I got my paint booth set up. I got my hangers. Here's one. Here's the other. Here's the supervisor sleeping on the job. There's the supervisor. And her water. Everybody's safe. Okay, I'm going to start shaking and baking. Hi, Sue here. After all of those drop cloths, yes, did I manage to get a couple of tiny little spots of black paint on my paint? Yes, I did. But at least the good news is it is fresh paint on very old and established paint. So it's very important I get this off now while that paint is still soft, before this car sits and bakes in the sun and gets hot. So it says to use mineral spirits. Well, I don't have paint thinner, but I do have lacquer thinner. And lacquer thinner will work, but lacquer thinner will also take the paint off the car. So you're going to be very careful when working with those things. So I got a paper towel and a Q-tip, and I poured some lacquer thinner in the cap. And I am taking this outside. I was going to drive the car out into the yard and let you see it in the full sunshine. And then it decided to rain in paradise. So, yeah, I'm going to put this down here. I'm going to put this on my step. Here's the little bit of paint. It is right there. Just a couple little spots. Now, I do manicures regularly, and sometimes I get little spots of nail polish on stuff. Oh, are you noticing a difference? Well, this is why I painted my car and why I touched up those things, because, you know, when you go out of your way to beautify things, it does make a difference, and people do notice. So I hope you like the results. Oh, and yes, hydrate. That's the most important thing. All right, so what I'm doing is I am using this Q-tip. Look at that. Gone, just like that. But I couldn't sit on that and wait. Okay, so I'm bringing my my stuff. Oh shoot, I have to put this down on the floor. Okay, because the wind blew the door shut. Because it's raining, and that's what happens. I'm gonna pour a little bit of left of this. This is a hazardous thing, and I also did this before my manicure, which that's coming on the heels of this. Because lacquer thinner will take nail polish off. So I will put that stuff away later. And it's raining, so I can't, but this is what she looks like. She looks pretty good, huh? This could have come out better. This is a little rough. I didn't notice it until I took the drop cloths off. I'm going to try sanding that down with some compound and smoothing that out a little bit. I mean, the paint's not going to last but a few years, and I'm going to be repainting this again anyways. This I noticed while it was still on there, so I sanded it down and gave that another coat. But you know what? It's not perfect. You would never accept this from a professional. But I will accept it from me. And you can see this one's a little bit of rough. Some of that's the paint that's underneath. I probably could have done a better job sanding that. And this side came out better. Much smoother. But what I learned was that, number one, don't use old paint. That was a nightmare. It's all over it's sprayed, it splattered all over everything. So buy your paint just before you do the project. Make sure you use drop cloths, and you can't use too many drop cloths because you saw what happened. But hey, I took care of that. So I was going to take my car out for a ride, but I can't wash her for a few days, and I want to do a detail on her. I get a compound mat. You can see that the nose is a little bit brighter than the hood, and I don't want to paint the whole car. So that's the next thing. I got to wax her and make her look really beautiful. But she's looking pretty good. She's looking pretty good. So, Sue signing off. And until next time, you know, just remember, I'm a tenacious bitch. If I will it, I can make it so. And so, if I can do it, you can do it too. See you later.